Joining me now on this episode of Locally Sourced EP is the owner of Cupcake Couture, Miss Nancy Lugo. Nancy, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for having me today.
No problem. And I just want to clarify that you are a passenger in the car and you're not driving. Is that right?
Yes,
Got
absolutely.
it.
Safety first. So yeah, I am the passenger on the ride today.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we're keeping it safe. We don't want to promote any
Yes.
dangerous activities and
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. Safety always first, though.
yeah, making sure your middle name isn't Danger. So,
Yeah.
well, Nancy, thank you for coming on. We're here to talk about your company, Cupcake Couture. Can you just, give me a little brief description on, what do you guys do?
Okay. So what our business does, we are a cupcake specialist, so that's what makes us different within El Paso. We only do cupcakes, opposed to many other bake shops here in El Paso. They do cupcakes and cakes. No, we just specialize only in cupcakes. The reason why we do like that is because originally when it started back in 2012, I always liked baking. I saw my mom bake, I saw my tia bake. So I said, hey, you know what? I want to try baking myself. So the first thing that I baked that was very good was cupcakes.
Oh,
So
nice.
I said, hey, you know what? This is pretty neat. And the first ones that I made were strawberry and pina colada cupcakes. Two things that I really like, in general, pina coladas. I like eating strawberries. Say, hey, let's do these together. And that's how it started. And I just kept it based off of just cupcakes, continued, and I make multiple and different flavorings of cupcakes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. What kind of cupcakes do you make? Like, you guys make like flavors? You have like different
Yes.
types of what are some basically, I guess I can ask is basically to make it an easier question. So I'm sure you have lots and lots of flavors and different types.
Yes.
What is some of your more popular flavors and type of cupcakes?
Okay. So with our cupcakes, the most popular one is strawberry. That's one that a lot of our customers have liked. It's a lot one that's very repetitive.
Mhm.
And the difference with our strawberry, the way it kind of tastes like the strawberry milk, the Nesquik one.
Oh, nice.
We do put a little bit of that powder in our strawberry batter, and it tastes just like the drink. Or we've had customers tell us, "Hey, it tastes like strawberry milkshake. Like, how do you do that? Like, I've never had this kind of strawberry." So strawberry is like our number one flavor to go to. Second by chocolate.
Mhm.
The third one would be red velvet. We always get told, "Hey, your chocolate's not overbearing. My grandma can eat it."
Oh,
And
nice.
it's funny that people tell me that because before I roll out another flavor for cupcakes or I make one, I always have my grandma sample them.
Mhm.
So I know she eats them and she likes it. I know it's gonna be good for everybody because that's one issue that I noticed with other like bakeries that it's too sweet, it has too much sugar. So I
Right.
always try to keep the flavors neutral so even grandma can eat it.
Oh no, that's awesome because you go, if you drop the ball and you have to go to a store and buy some store bought ones, they're like
Yeah.
the sugar's overwhelming most of the time.
Yeah, they
But
are. They are. And that's why I tell people, with actual made from scratch cookies, it's very different from the store ones because I mean, we've all done it. I mean, there's been times that even for my kids, if I can't make them their cupcakes, I have to go run to Albertsons or Walmart and get them those little mini ones.
mhm,
They're very sweet.
yeah, they
You
are.
can
They
tell the
are.
difference. Yeah.
Do you have a personal favorite that you make?
Mine would be the pina colada. Like, I mean, that's one of my personal favorite drinks. And I do incorporate real pieces of pineapple in the batter on
Nice,
top of the actual topping that I put. So it tastes just like the drink, but in a cupcake version.
nice.
Especially
Oh,
right now that it's hot. Yeah, in the summer, it works so great because they're fresh and they're cool.
I was gonna say, don't give away too many of your secrets because then you have people copycatting you, and we want to bring.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, thank you. Just want
no.
to throw it out there, to future customers and my customers that know me. I like to put out there the ingredients that I do use. It's not like generic ones.
Mhm.
That's where the couture part comes to it. We use premium ingredients. Like when I've made the keto cupcakes, I know there's a lot of people that are very nitpicky and strict on
Mhm.
the labels, on the carbs, on the sugar. So I make sure that I incorporate, or I have on my page posted pictures of the ingredients that are used in those cupcakes. So
Mhm.
I have that customer trust that they know what they're eating is what they're asking for.
Oh, that's cool. That is something
Yes.
a lot of companies don't do because they're afraid of like, oh, they're gonna steal my ideas or things like that. That
Yes.
is so cool that you're able to do that for your customers. And
Yeah,
that that
and it's even like with our strawberries, we always wash them with the Fit Organic.
mhm,
Preferably, I like to use organic strawberries, but I have some customers like, you know what, it's okay if I use the regular strawberries. So I tell them okay that I use the Driscoll brand.
mhm.
So my customer will always know what I'm using, and it's like I said, it's I like to be transparent. You know, nowadays, there's so much preservatives, there's so much of everything in
Yeah.
what we're using. So now that we have become a little bit healthier with options, I always like to be transparent with my customers. And you're right, I've had people tell me, "Well, how do you share your ingredients, or how do you put pictures of that on your page?" And I tell them, "Hey, you know what? It's like the movie Ratatouille. That chef was the only one that could perfect that recipe, and others
Yep.
might want to try it, but it's the way that the chef prepares it and does it."
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, it's a side note, it doesn't have anything to do with like cupcakes, but my
Yeah.
family has like a kind of like a salsa recipe that there's no measurements. We know what's in it and we know how to
No way.
do it, but
That's awesome.
like there's no measurements. We just know by because like my aunt came up with it, my aunt and my grandma, and then like she taught me how
Exactly.
to do it, and there's no measurements. It's all like eyeing it out and pouring it. So that's a good point.
Yeah, it is, and it's so weird how that happens when you could just start putting in the stuff in there, and you're like, "Whoa, you know what? It's perfect." But if someone else tries to make it, it just doesn't come up. Or
Yep.
like when I tell people if I want to be funny, I'm like, "Look, SpongeBob is the only one that can perfect that Krabby Patty, even if mine's been tries too. There's that love in there, and it's the same way." Like,
True.
yes,
That's so cool that I mean that's so cool that you know you have the transparency that people know what's in your cupcake, and like you
yes,
said that is so cool, and that it just follows it's perfect, like you said, follows your company title couture, Cupcake Couture,
yes,
perfectly. So
yes.
so part of your like do you have like do you handle like parties or like what types of like do you guys have any packages? I mean, how do you guys handle when you guys do
Um,
orders?
Okay, so currently right now, the candy bars have become very popular.
Hmm.
So we have actually catered to a lot of events. We're actually currently working on packages to customize cupcakes, a pretzel rods, a dipped Rice Krispies, dip these with the dip marshmallows. So
Hmm.
that's something that we're currently working on right now.
Hmm.
But I will say that that has become very popular with us, where we have other companies that work us and, you know what, can you guys make any cupcakes, 20 of this item, and we'll prepare all the treats for them, and they'll go and take care of the rest of the event.
Oh, cool, no problem.
And
That's awesome.
for we've done too for events for like weddings. We've done those where um we've had customers tell us, hey, you know what, I just need 70 cupcakes. It's going to be for a bridal shower. I want rosettes, or I want this particular topper. And we do offer delivery also as an option,
Mhm.
for an additional fee. Yes, and it could be anywhere in El Paso. And we'll, if the customer wants us to just set up the cupcakes on what they have, we'll help them with that. That's not additional.
Mhm.
But the good thing about that too, we also have clear stands that we lend out, and we'll just go pick them up at the end of their event.
Oh, that's cool. That's really neat that you have
Mhm.
that. And just another heads up to everyone. Nancy is driving. She's in a passenger car and
Sure.
driving, so you saw her
Yes.
freezing a little bit. That's why she's in a car. So, and
Yes.
she's coming to us live from her vehicle as a passenger. So,
Yes.
no, I mean, is there anything that that you like to mention? Like, I mean, that I didn't ask that you want to say talk about your company, like you know, type any other things, types of things you do, parties that you handle, like something like a favorite event you might have covered.
Yes, actually, we do events as well. The recent one that we just did was the women growth looks good on you,
Hmm.
which included a lot of women entrepreneurs citywide for different products. And we decided that day to make our jolly, no, I'm sorry, the fruit roll up pickles. I know it sounds weird, but it's really good. And we
Hmm.
also took cake pops for that event, Oreo cookies, and the pretzel rods. So, I mean, it was a very successful event. We were able to meet more future customers. I got to meet a lot of other women that have great products.
Well, that's nice.
Um, so it was pretty neat. The next one we have coming up, which is gonna be very cool, is gonna be the anime event at Bassett on November the 5th on a Sunday
Oh,
from 11
cool.
to 5. And that one is really nice because you have a lot of people coming out that are dressed in or cosplaying that are dressed up. Normally, what we put out at that point, I try to make the treats themed to what the event is.
Hmm.
So for like this event, I'm gonna probably put more Godzilla treats because his birthday's on the 3rd, so we gotta celebrate my logo. We gotta celebrate Godzilla. So we'll
Nice.
have more treats of that. We'll have Demon Slayer, Pokemon, My Hero Academia. So I mean, it's different and it's nice. And another thing that makes us a little unique from other bakeries is that we also do flower arrangements.
Hmm.
So the flower arrangements are fully customizable. If you want a picture of a loved one, if you want a picture of a certain character, or you want dip berries within the arrangement, I mean, we can definitely incorporate and add that. So a lot of people are surprised because they're like, "Hey, well, you do cupcakes, you do flower arrangements, and you do dip treats." So I try to make it like a one-stop shop for special and unique gifts.
Yeah.
Um, One that was popular with us a few years ago was the chocolate dipped bowls that we make.
Hmm.
And in there, we can add any kind of fresh fruit, or we can add strawberries. We can even incorporate a gift inside. So it's very different and it's unique. What kind of took over that was the breakable hearts because we make those as well.
Yeah.
Those are really nice for all occasions, whether it's a congratulations, a gender reveal, a proposal. It's really nice. I guess like just the mystery of knowing of what's under there. That's like, oh my God, I don't want to break it because it's pretty, but there's something
Right.
down there.
The
I mean,
special.
yeah, it makes it exciting and it's really, really nice. On top of that too, we make fully blown custom baskets. I work very close with a company called Pop Balloons.
Hmm.
They do very beautiful balloon arrangements, garlands for all kinds of occasions and events. So they'll help us adding nice balloons on the side to our baskets or even sometimes to arrangements. And it's so different because a lot of other companies that we've seen will just leave like kind of the stick of the middle, scene. And with us, it's very nice hidden and it's all
Nice.
together and it looks very nice.
That's always good. I think that just that extra tip to hide those little details like that are just it's is what separates a lot of people from different companies, and
Yes,
that just
absolutely.
that's just like I mean, it sets you apart.
Yes, I agree. And that's what we always strive to do is do different products, do a little different or more than what's out there. And that's what catches attention a lot
Hmm.
with a lot of our customers, or like you mentioned earlier with our Godzilla logo. A lot of people are like, "Oh my God, it's cute. They think it's a dinosaur." But then I tell them, and people will be like, "Oh wow, that's different," because a lot of businesses in your field or in your area always have like a something that would nobody would think would be a little Godzilla with,
Right.
donuts and
Hmm.
all that good stuff that we like eating with sugar.
Right. No,
Yes.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I want to. You'll hear from me soon to maybe get an order in for some cupcakes since we
Yes,
ordered through here.
absolutely.
And then just for those listening, like how much of a heads up do you need for an event? I mean, I know you need some time, but what's an ideal time for someone to contact you to help handle an event or a birthday
Okay.
party or something?
Okay. I would be a week, at least 5 days in advance.
Hmm.
And that is if an order is fully customizable.
Hmm.
Or for example, we had one maybe about 3 months ago that a bride, because I also make the flower bouquets for the bride, fresh flower ones.
Hmm.
She wanted a succulent flower bouquet. So I actually ordered those succulents from California because she wanted the succulents that had pink on the top.
Okay.
So that order there in itself took me 1 week. I was able to get everything ready for her. So I always tell customers for something extra customizable, at least a week,
Yeah.
5 days in advance.
Oh, that's good. Also, everyone
Yes.
knows that. That way, they're not calling you. Hey, I need some cupcakes tomorrow. They heard
Yeah.
it from me at least.
It
They know they need to do. They'll give you a little more heads up. Hmm.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, because we have had customers that will tell us, "Hey, we need cupcakes in like by tomorrow or 2 days," and I'm like, you know what? If my schedule is clear to do it, I will. Because there has been customers that
Mhm.
have done that, and I really love my customers. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Oh,
So
that's
if
awesome.
if yeah, my schedule's free and I don't have any orders, I'm like, okay, guys, let's go ahead and do it.
Right.
But for the most part, it's always that 1 week, at least 5 days.
Awesome, awesome. So
Yes.
if someone is in need of your services, what's the best way to get for them to contact you?
Okay, so we do have Instagram and Facebook, and I also have an email there. And if you guys need my phone number, you guys can have it as well. But so far, the best way to contact me has been through Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. I'll make sure I include all that information in the description below. But like again, Nancy, thank you so much for joining me today. Cupcake Couture sound, and I want to order some of the. I can't. I actually
I hope you do.
I have to order a few of them because it's gonna be like because I want to try your strawberry ones, and then I
Yes.
want to try those pina colada ones because they both
Oh,
sound
those are
good.
a must. I promise you that those are like really good.
Right. All right. And then I just have to ask for you, do you by chance you guys make like gluten-free stuff too, or is it how you guys or is it just like
But
keto stuff?
yeah, for right now, we just have the regular cupcakes and we have keto, but that's another thing that I'm practicing or looking for a recipe is for the gluten-free cupcakes. Because that's another option that has become very popular.
Mhm.
So that's something that we're currently working on right now as we speak. Yes,
Oh,
we're working on it.
so stay tuned. That's awesome. That's
Yes.
awesome. Well, Nancy, is there anything else you'd like to say or add, but that I didn't ask you before we end today?
I just want to say once more that I am grateful for the El Paso community. I've collaborated with other businesses. So if you're out there and you're a business that's like, hey, I want something different or I need help, you know what? I do cakes. Can you help me do strawberries? I'd be more than glad to. I do support local myself. Sometimes there's times that I don't have time to make strawberries. I'll go and buy some from another company or another business that sells them locally. I always go local first before I go even think of anything bigger.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, definitely. Like you said, if there's any other businesses or event planners that need help with candy bar, treats, I'm here at your availability.
Oh, awesome. Nancy, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, Miss Nancy Luna, owner of Cupcake Couture. I can't wait to get some cupcakes going for me.
Awesome. Thank you
So
so much.
I'll make, like I said, again, your information I'll put in the description below. Don't forget, you need some cupcakes. Call Nancy at Cupcake Couture. Nancy, thank you so much for
Yes.
joining me today.
Thank you guys for
Thank
having me.
thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.